As we start, I'd like to request everyone to please don't touch your phone and talk about your future, because not everybody can survive marriage. Huh? I need your attention. This is like a master class, so your attention is a must. The things that we will discuss here, you will never hear from any church, institution, school. This is the result of my studies for about 32 years about marriage and relationship. So we only have until 12. But if they told you to come back in the afternoon to continue the session, I'll be willing to do that. So welcome to your right pre-marriage counseling. I call this right pre-marriage because there are wrong counseling. So today I will challenge your thinking. Challenge ko lahat ng mga natutunan ninyo simula sa inyong pagkabata, simula sa inyong magulang, eskwelahan, even your religion. I will challenge it. So I'd like to introduce myself. I'm the founder and managing director of BCIDP Law Group. We advocate the building of stronger marriage foundation and happier families, individuals, and businesses in the Philippines for the next generation. I'm doing this as a volunteer. I don't get any payment for this, for teaching you this. Okay? This is one of my advocacy, because I strongly believe to see a better Philippines someday. Our hope can be found here, not overseas. Okay? So if you're getting married today, then leaving your family after a week to work overseas, that's not good. That's not right. Okay? Your future is not overseas. Your future is here. Your future starts from your mind. Okay? So I'll just show this to you. I will not read this anymore. You can read it. I love studying. Why? Because I want to know the answer to every question. Hindi ako pumapayag na porke ginagawa ng marami, okay na ako. Hindi ako pumapayag na porke ginagawa ng marami, yun ang tama. Marami naghihiwalay. Does that mean na it's normal? Diba? Maraming gumigip up sa marriage. Or hindi nag-work yung marriage sa'yo. Does that mean that marriage is not working? Does that mean that walang perfect marriage? Dahil nakita mo yung parents mo, hiwalay. Uncle mo, hiwalay. Kapitbahay mo, hiwalay. Does that mean that marriage does not work? No. I gave lectures at different colleges and universities on an on-call or part-time basis, like this one. Kanilang College, Radio Fatima, PUP, San Sebastian Recoletos, Arellano University, Ateneo Law School, and Lyceum Laguna. I got major interviews. Whenever they talk about family, relationship, divorce, marriage, I'm being interviewed by this guy. I'm his favorite. Why? Because I don't give my opinion on marriage. Because there's a true designer of marriage. So once a design is already made, you cannot give your opinion anymore. You just stick to the design of the marriage. So the more you know about the design of the product, marriage, called marriage, you cannot give your opinion anymore. Especially when you are not the author of it. Okay? So only the manufacturer or the author of the thing, of the product, can only give his say or opinion about his own design. Right, brother? You're from US? No. From? Australia. There's another one. Hi, good morning. You're from? UK. Great to have you here. So some of my presentation includes the history of your country. Okay? And I'm sure you'll also agree with me, just like you, brother, from Australia. You're a former British colony, right? So today I will challenge all your thinking about family, about relationship, about marriage. Stand for truth, GMA 7. So I also work with lawyers in the legal industry. Just like these people who are reputable lawyers in the practice of law here in the Philippines. Some court justices also. I learned a lot from these people about the law practice. And I got the chance to meet several judges and justices and prominent lawyers also. When I checked their background, their family background, some of them are separated. Then I asked why. Why, despite their knowledge of the law, they cannot make their relationship work? Right? No one is exempted. It only means that no one is exempted in terms of marriage. And I've met a lot of them, some of them consulting me, even lawyers, about their marital relationship. And so I began to wonder, despite your knowledge of the law, why you are keep messing up in your relationship. And surprisingly, this one lawyer who approached me for counseling, his wife is a lawyer also. And his third party is also a lawyer. So three of them. Three of them. Trying to find their individual happiness. And they are saying that it is their right to be happy. Of course, we have the right to be happy. Who said no? Diba? Karapatan natin sumaya. So today you will find the answer why. Why people are always seeking for that right to be happy. Because when he is not happy anymore, she is not happy anymore with his or her spouse, she will find another person who can give that happiness to him or to her. And I will quote some good philosophers here in this lecture, whom they also observe the right solutions in handling relationship. I had a chance to work with celebrities also, like this one. These are entertainers, because I used to be an entertainer also. You know these people? So without further ado, I'd like to introduce myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. I will be using some thoughts of Albert Einstein. Okay? So here's his first thought. So can you read it for us, please?
Don't listen to the person who has the answers. Listen to the person who asks the question.
Thank you. I was born poor, from a very poor family. And I experienced living in the roadside. Yung paketa, squatter. I experienced that. So kung hirap pag-uusapan, marami ako kwento sa inyo. kung hirap nila pag-uusapan. When I was sleeping one day, looking at the stars, because wala kami bubong eh. Nasira yung bubong namin. So I can see the stars. I can count it. Then suddenly it rains. Nabasa na yung higaan namin. I began to question, is this really the kind of life that every human being deserves? Why some human beings have a good life? Why us, hindi good life? May kasalanan ba ako? May kasalanan ba tatay ko? May ginawa bang kasalanan nanay ko? That's why mahirap ako, mahirap kami. I began to question that day. Kaya, if you will continue to hope, learn from the past, you will see. You will see the true design of life. Okay? Do not stop questioning. Dahil pag tinanggap mo na, bakit may mahirap? Bakit may mayaman? Tanggap mo na yun. The moment you accepted it, it becomes normal to you. E paano kung it happened to you? Ano kung mangyari sa'yo? Kung maghirap kayo? Diba? Mayaman ka ngayon, marami kang pera. Ang tanong, tatagal ba yan? Healthy ka ngayon, kasi wala kang bisyo. Ang tanong, hanggang kailan ka healthy? Eh magugulat ka na lang. May mga kakilala kayo, kamag-anak, o kaibigan, walang sakit, walang bisyo, bigla nagkasakit. Diba? Healthy. Kahapon lang, nagtatawanan kayo, pinabukasan, nakita mo na lang. Narinig mo na lang, na-stroke. Diba? I also asked why. Until I heard and read from the designer of life na 4 generations backwards, you will inherit the sickness created by your forefathers. And I asked all the doctors that I know, I met, is that true, doctors? Yes, that's true. Yung binana mong sakit from your tatay, from his father, dala-dala mo in your DNA. Paano lumalabas yan? Pag na-stress ka. Bubuhayin niya yung natutulog na sakit na binana mo. At yan ay magtutuloy-tuloy hanggang sa 4 generations mo. Nagkaanak ka, dala-dala niya yung DNA na yan. Nagkaanak siya, dala niya yung DNA mo. Nagkaanak din siya, dala niya yung DNA mo. 4 generations backwards, 4 generations onwards. Type that in Google, generational curse. Mamaya, pagkatapos natin, i-type niyo. Kaya anything na ginagawa ninyo na pumapasok sa 5 senses nyo, mata, tenga, ilong, bibig, feelings, may pang-anim pa eh. The 6th sense, you know the 6th sense? When I was in Lasal, sabi ng teacher, ng professor, don't you know, class, that we have a 6th sense? Huh? First time ko marinig yun. Sabi ko, 6th sense, prof? Is that the sense that I can see dead people? Tawanan yung class. Not the movie, 6th sense. No, sabi niya. The 6th sense is our experience. Experience. For example, you cheated on your spouse. You have that experience of guilt. That will be transferred to your next generation. The cheating, your gambling vices, yes, that will be transferred to your son and daughters. Kaya nga nauso sa Pilipino yung pag nagkaanak ka ng babae, pambayad utang. Narinig niyo yun? Di ba? O, tinanggap niyo na ba yun? Na normal? So, pag yung lalaki, ang daming relationship, tapos nag-asawa, pag nagkaanak ng babae, sasabihin ng mga kumpare, uy, yun, pambayad sa utang yan. Yun. May pusa. May pusa. Okay. Let's move on. 99% of our social ills emanated from the family. Lahat yan. Behavioral studies confirm every problem that we face outside our home emanated from our respective homes, whatever it is. Pag may batang kinakalabit ka, asking for alms, asking for money, galing yan sa bahay. Bakit? May batang walang makain sa loob ng bahay niya. Pag mayroong driver, na halos sagasaan ka na, para unahan lang yung katabi niyang driver, katabi niyang jeep. May nagugutom na driver. May mga anak siyang pinapakain. Bakit? Hindi inorganize ang buhay. Kaya your first session, family planning, that's a law to follow. That's a law to be followed. Kaya lang, most Filipinos now, even overseas, I believe so, that when you multiply your children, it is God's will. No. How it can be God's will when you cannot manage your children anymore? Diba? Something ain't right when you cannot feed your children anymore. Something ain't right when you cannot give them what they need. Full attention, full care, full love. Kaya, in most countries, population control is a big issue for them. Just like in China. From 1970 until 2016, they only have one-child policy. Did you hear that? From 2016 up to 2020, they have two-child policy because they saw the effectivity of controlling population. They have big population, just like India. Diba? E sa atin, in the Philippines, we only create families without planning. No? Because your religion is teaching you that it is the commandment of God. No, it isn't. When you hear the words multiply, it's not about making babies. Ha? Mga kababayan ko, it's not about making babies. There's a first instruction before multiplying, which the religious does not teach you. What is that? What is that first instruction before the multiplication? What is that? Do you know that? Anyone? Anyone? I'll give load to the one who can answer. 200 peso load. What is that? Begins with letter F. What is that? Be fruitful. Then multiply. Because when you are fruitful already, you can feed everything that you multiply. You can sustain and maintain everything that you multiply. Does that make sense? Diba? So these are the endless problems that a third world country always face. Poverty, crimes, teenage pregnancy, violence against women and children, mental health, discipline, corruption, all of this came from the family. Corruption? Yes, it came from the family. Why? Because there was a public official who was not taught by his parents not to steal, who was not trained by his parents, do not steal anything that you don't own. Because if you don't believe training a little child that when he grows up he will never, what is that? Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. No one believes in that anymore. And what do we get afterwards? We have corrupt politicians sitting in our government. Because no parents believe in that line anymore. It starts from believing and doing it. Right? Social issue. Sir, can you read it for us, please?
Social issue is a problem that affects many people in the society. It's all about common problems that the society and ones that many people try to solve. Something comes to break up the problems and still beyond the
Okay, thank you, sir. It's a group, or it's a problem that affects many people. If there's a child begging for money from you, it's a social issue. Why? It affects you. It already affects you. Diba? And once that many people strive to solve, every politician, I have a problem in solving the crimes. I have a solution in solving the food problem, food security. They always say that. Diba? Every politician. Ilang beses na kayo bumoto? Ilang beses na? Twice? Thrice? Di ba kayo napagod? Ha? Although I'm not telling you not to vote, ha? You still vote, but dapat may pamantayan ka in choosing kung sino umuupo doon. Pagka boto ka ng boto dahil sikat, may problema tayo someday. Di ba? You have to check the personality of the guy. Paano ba siya pinalaki ng nanay, tatay niya? Eh pag lumaki yun sa broken marriage, anong aasahan mo? Di ba? Ang mentality niyan, divorce, divorce, divorce. Yun ang magiging mentality ng mga tao binoboto natin if we don't check their personal background. Because kung ano man ka ngayon, that's because of your environment. Saan ka pinalaki? Kaya kung lumaki ka single mom, you will have a problem sooner or later how to become a true man. Hindi mo nakita sa father mo eh. Bakit? You are with your mom all throughout your life. Kaya pa nag-asawa yun, problema yun sa spouse, sa wife. Ang sinasabi kasi lagi ng babae, pag walang direksyon yung buhay ng lalaki, walang direksyon mag-isip, kanilang sumasama, ano nung ginagawa? Ang sasabihin lagi ng babae, magpakalalaki ka naman. Naiintindihan niyo ba yun, girls? Magpakalalaki. Nasasabi niya yan, kahit hindi niyo naiintindihan. Di ba? Sige nga, explain mo nga how to be a real man. Nasasabi niya yan, naturally. Naturally. Pag sinabing naturally, hindi mo control, hindi mo invento. You just expect your man na magpakalalaki. Ano ba yung expectations ninyo sa man? Di ba? Expectations sa lalaki, protector, provider, lover, who can give you security, who can give you enough for what you need. Di ba yun ang nararamdaman nyo? Pag nakipagrelasyon kayo sa lalaki, and you get frustrated kapag hindi siya ganon. Di ba? Tinanong mo, Ano bang gagawin ko? May problema ako eh. Sinugot ka ng lalaki, ng boyfriend mo. Di ko alam, bahala ka na dyan. Kaya mo na yan. Sooner or later, pag laging walang makuhang direksyon sa'yo, yung babae, sooner or later, iwanan ka niya. Kaya nga hindi nyo natagalan yung ex nyo. Di ba? Oh, kaya nga hindi kinakatagal sa ex nyo eh. May nakita kayo sa katabi nyo ngayon na konting pag-asa. Uy, may konting pag-asa to. Malalahanin siya, caring siya, protector siya. And you expect that qualities to last forever. Di ba? Sana siya na nga. Sana. Hindi siya magbago. May sinabi si Einstein din. Mamaya, pakita ko. Philippines needs more of discipline than democracy. Saan ba tinuturo ang discipline? Sa bahay, di ba? Hindi naman natin pinag-aralan yun. Pero bakit natin nararamdaman? Because every human being should be trained inside the home. How to be disciplined. How to be a disciplined citizen. Sa bahay yung training, hindi sa eskwelahan. Because yung first 5 years ng bata, that is yours. That's your responsibility as parents. First 5 years, kaya nga hindi tinatanggap sa school pag sobrang bata eh. Puro laro lang yun. But remember, kahit bata yan, kahit busy yan sa paglalaro, alam niya ang nangyayari sa paligid niya. Nararamdaman niya. Pag nag-aaway kayo, kahit tahimik kayo, kahit di kayo magsigawan, nararamdaman ng bata yun. Ha? He knows what's happening to his environment. Pag nakikita niya lagi kayo nag-aaway, the child will assume, oh, that's normal. I think that's normal because mommy and daddy always fight. Di ba? Oh, mommy and daddy always fight over the bills. Mommy and daddy always fight about their in-laws. They cannot understand each other. So the child will grow up slowly believing that there is no perfect marriage. Now, the question is, do you believe that there is a perfect marriage? Can I see some hands? Can I see some hands? Those who believe that there is a perfect marriage? No hands? No hands. I expect that. I expect that. You know why? Wala kang nakita example eh. You don't see. Siguro yung parents nyo, hindi pinakita sa inyo kung paano magmahal ng wife. Nakita mo ba yung mami mo kung paano magmahal ng husband? Nakita mo? Pag hindi, talaga magdududa ka. Daddy mo, nakita mo kung paano mahalin mami mo. Nakita mo, personally, ma'am, nakita mo? Nakita mo personally. Talaga. Paano hindi ka tataas? Oo nga, no? Ganyan sila. Sinasabayan nila kung kailan may seminar dito. Sir, pakibasa.
1 out of 5 feelings marriage is a bad. Marriage is not always happy ever after in the Philippines. Data from the Philippines Statistic Authority indicated that one out of 5 married couple in the country are in disputes. GMA News 24 reported yesterday. In 2012 alone, 10,528 cases were filed for nullity and annulment of marriages, equally to 28 cases of nullity every day. This in light of the nearly 500,000 marriages which happen every year, or 1,330 marriages Ceremony is everything.
That's a fact. That's the reality. 2014, 2015, the global status of the families is also the same. It's the same problem even the time of Moses. Divorce. The difference is only we have technology today. They feel jealous also during Moses' time when you're talking not to your spouse, when you're being sweet to another person. They also feel jealous that time. Everybody else in the world has a relationship problem. Today you will know why. You will understand why. So the moment you know it, you now have the responsibility to do it. Okay? Eto. Sir, please.
Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope that they will change. Invariably, they are both disappointed.
Oh, you see, even in his time, even in Albert Einstein's time, he knows what's happening. We expect our spouse that he will not change or she will not change. The woman accepts the man despite his vices, despite his being cheater before, hoping he will change the moment she gets married with the guy. Umaasa, no? Baka magbago kapag kasal na kami. Listen to this. There's no miracle happens in the altar. No miracle is happening when you sign the marriage contract. Walang milagro. Pag pinakasalan mo maldita, merong maldita naglalakad papalapit sa iyo. Tama mali? Pag pinakasalan mo sa bungero, may sa bungerong naglalakad papalapit sa iyo. Akala mo magbabago yun? Eh kung nagmana ng mga manok sa tatay niya. Oo. Tapos, liwaman sila dahil sa casino. Oh, naniniwala siya yung casino magpapamaintain ng kanilang kayamanan, tapos tinasawa mo. Napalitaan niyo ba yung lalaking namaril doon sa resort world a few years ago? Ang pinag-ugatan doon, family problem. Yung mga batang namamaril sa mga eskwelahan sa US, ang pinag-ugatan doon, family problem. Check niya yung bata, bakit niya nagawa yun? And 80% of people in prison galit sa tatay. It's a study. Ba't ka nandito? I hate my dad. Ba't ka nandito? My dad is not here. I hate him. That's why I'm here in prison. Ba't hindi yung mami sinisisi? Because deep inside, the father is supposed to be his guide. That's how important father is. We just don't believe it. No, sinasabi natin, may asawa ko dapat siya din. Today, let's distinguish your role. Okay, so you will not assume based on what you see. So you will not assume based on what you observe. Okay? Let's distinguish your role. Sir, kita mo? Sir, can you read this for us? Study? Okay, wait. Sige, tingin.
As
study by Walang, 2015, on implication of broken marriages to Philippine women. The common reasons why Filipino couples separate include financial problems, lack of communication, infidelity, and domestic violence. Clinical therapists note that children caught in the middle of parents' animosity during separation have attention and concentration problems, academic problems, anger issues, sleep disorders, and other psychological, behavioral, and spiritual.
Okay. I call this the big four causes of separation. The big four. Financial problem, lack of communication, infidelity, domestic violence. These are the four reasons of separation. Let's talk about each one of them. Financial problem. Are you forming a family which is an institution without getting ready for your financial needs? Without checking your financial stability? Every institution, it always requires funding. Right? Every institution. Your family, the family that you are forming is an institution. And it requires funding, stable income. It requires savings. Isn't it? Tama? Now, the question is, how stable is your financial status today? How stable is that? You have to determine that. You have to talk about that. How stable? So, financial problem happens when there is someone who failed to organize his financial funding for the institution. In other words, there was something violated first before this happened. Right? There was something not complied first before the problem occurred. Tama? Mali? Diba? Let's talk about the second. Lack of communication. How hard it is to communicate to your spouse. How hard? How hard? When she is just beside you, when he is just beside you. You will surely fail to communicate when you have different focus or priorities in life. You will have no time to each other. That's why the author of marriage advises us to just have one focus in the house, one vision in the house, one purpose in the house, because you will become one body. Tama? Magiging isang katawan na lang kayo eh. Kaya ang requirement, isang priority, isang focus, isang purpose. Kaya pag nag-asawa ka, na hindi pa tapos yung focus mo, hindi pa tapos yung priority mo, then that's your relationship will malfunction. Surely will malfunction. Bakit? Yung focus mo, you will spend more time to people who can help you reach your own goal. While your spouse who has another focus will spend more time to people or with people who can help him reach his focus. The requirement is only one focus. Don't get married if you have unfinished business personally. Don't get married if you still have siblings na pag-aaralin. Don't get married kung meron kang parents depending on you. Because the advice of the author of marriage, leave. Leave your father and mother. And leave in Hebrew means disconnect, disassociate. not just leaving the door. Disconnect, disassociate. 3 parts of your body. We have 3 parts of our body. Did you know that? Even the scientists confirm. We have this physical, we have this psychological, and we have this spiritual. These 3 parts of your body you will disconnect from your parents when you get married. And who said that? It is not Buddha. It is not Confucius. It is not any other philosophers. Never heard it from them. I only heard it from whom? From whom? From whom? So when a man will leave his father and mother to cling into his wife. Who said that? It's Jesus Christ. The Senate did not say that. The Congress did not say that. Now what happens when you violate that? When you don't disconnect with your parents, what happens? You still live in the house of your parents because you enjoy free rental. It only shows hindi ka handa. It only shows wala kang preparation. Nakasandig ka pa rin sa magulang mo. Nag-asawa ka. And the moment you violate that instructions, it's not a suggestion eh. It's not a suggestion. When a king gives the instruction, you're not entitled to your opinion. Right, sir? When a king gives instruction, you have no say. It's a law when a king gives instruction. So don't think about your rights when you're talking to a king. Because your rights emanated from the philosophy of the Greek people. Do you remember that? It started from Socrates telling us that we have these individual rights. Because some kingdoms abuse their authority. Because that authority and power has to have boundaries. You cannot just order to kill babies. Diba? You cannot just order to kill people. Lumampas na eh sa boundaries. It should be a good king to have a peaceful life, prosperous life. Okay? Lack of communication. I'll give you example. Bakit naging problema to sa mag-asawa? When I studied it well, it's not about being busy. It's about deciding alone. For example, I'm practicing what I'm teaching. Yung housemate namin, nung Pasko, sabi ko, sipag na itong housemate namin eh. Papakasunin ko muna kaya bukas. Kaharap ko na siya, gusto ko na sabihin. Teka muna, hindi ko pa na-consulte asawa ko. Baka mamaya meron pala siyang gustong ipalaba. Tapos pinag-day off ko. Di ba? What does it mean? You have to share the decision with your spouse. Konsultahin mo muna yung asawa mo. Ha? Hindi lang ikaw na di-desisyon. Even though you can feel that you are the king of the house, may queen ka who has a say to the kingdom. Okay? I have this lady friend from Hawaii. We talked for 1 hour this morning. Tumanda bigla sa stress. And I know the reason why. Your husband acts like a military. I'm the ruler in the house. You follow me. You have no voice. So, palit lang tingin sa sarili niya. Hindi siya pinakikinggan eh. Because the husband believed all by himself that he knows everything. Ha? Yun ang pagkakamali ng mga nag-asawa. Porque ikaw yung lalaki, ikaw yung leader. Hindi. Leader din siya. She was also a born leader. Your wife is also smart. Kaya sirain ang buhay mo kahit walang ginagawa yan. Oo, paano? Iwanan ka niya. Oo. If you maintain your power and authority without hearing your wife's words, papalagay mo na ikaw lang yung smart. Oo, one day, maliliit sa sarili niya yan. One day, sasabihin niya sa'yo, hindi ko maramdaman mahal mo ko. Di ba, no, girl? Hindi ko maramdaman na nandito ako sa marriage natin. Why? Because you are deciding alone. One body means one spirit. And two means DI in Hebrew. Two. Two means DI in Hebrew. Diba? Dialogue. Two people talking. And when you have individual focus, purpose, vision in life, you are creating two visions in the house. Which means divisions. Against you. That means division. You are creating a space between the two of you. At yung space na yan, paborito yan ng mga salisigaw. Salisigaw. People who takes advantage of your spouse absence. Kaya yung kwento ng best friend ko from Hawaii, kaninang umaga, 1 hour talk. May third party. Sabi ko, you're playing with fire. Sabi niya, I don't care. This is my right to be happy. Anong source ng problem? The same, na pinunito ko sa inyo. Believing that his husband is the sole leader. So she was treated badly. Hindi siya pinakikinggan. Maliit na tao lang siya sa paningin ng kanyang husband. So yung pagkakamali ng maraming husband, assuming that he knows everything. Don't do that, brothers. Huh? Because that's my attitude before. My wife taught me the biggest lesson in my life. And from that day forward, I share the power and authority with her. Now the problem comes out when you married an incomplete woman. Incomplete. How is that incomplete? Hindi tapos sa pag-aaral, hindi pa tapos magpapasaya ng sarili niya, hindi pa tapos sa pagpaparty. Kasi pwedeng, baka binuntis mo ng maaga, brother. Gusto pa niya makatapos sa pag-aaral, binuntis mo na. Diba? Pwedeng ikaw rin yung fault eh. Now, what I did to my wife, para magkasabay kami, pinag-aaral ko, pinag-aaral. Without learning first ahead yung rule or the meaning of husband. When I check the true meaning of husband, it says tiller, cultivator. From the word house, bond, the one that binds the house, the one that keeps the house together. And I will not know that if I didn't study. Kaya sabi ko, tama pala yung ginawa ko. Pinag-aaral ko siya. Gusto ko ma-improve yung communication skills niya. I sent her to Ateneo, communication class, to attend communication class. Gusto ko maintindihan niya yung law, I sent her to UP, Law School, Diliman. Gusto ko ma-improve yung event management skills niya, I sent her to LaSalle. Halos lahat nga na yung school eh. Now she's taking her master's degree in Women's University, Master in Psychology. Kaya mas gusto ko na siya kausap. Kasi Nasasabihan na niya yung mind ko eh. So what I did was to cultivate her. Because that's one of the meaning of husband. Tiller, cultivator. You will not look for other people. It is your wife that you have to cultivate. And it's not being taught in the church. Narinig niyo ba yan sa simbahan? It's not being taught in school. So the solution is not finding another person to suit you, to suit your perfect woman image in your mind. God will just give you the raw material. Okay? It is your responsibility to cultivate that to the woman in your mind, to cultivate her to be the woman in your mind. Wala ba kayo nakikita ang kasawang husband na gano'n? Wala kayo nababalitaan na gano'n? Wala? So sir, wala ka nakikita ang gano'n? Pinag-aaral yung wife? Hinahangaan ko yung mga husband na gano'n. He is doing what his role calls for. Cultivate your wife. Make her the woman in your mind. Not the other person. Will solve your problem. If it's your spouse that it is your problem, then it's your spouse that is also your solution. Don't forget that. Huh? Don't forget that. Infidelity. Ma'am, pakibasa mo.
Niloko po ang aming partner ko. Sabi niya, kakalimutan niya na basta magbalik ang Diyos. Ginagawa ko lahat para mag-gain with yung tiwala niya at bumalik ang dati siya. Aminado po ako sa lahat ng nagawa ko noon. Pero tuwing mag-aaway kami, ibang pangmukha niya sa akin, niloko po siya. Madalas nung panakit na rin siya sa akin sa harap ng mga anak.
I cheated with my partner. This is a woman talking. I cheated with my partner. How does a man feel when the woman cheated? Ikaw sir, anong feeling mo? Imagination lang. When your wife cheated on you, how do you feel? Saktan, ano pa? Don't you feel na ang dumi-dumi niya? Di ba? Ang dumi-dumi mo na, ginamit ka ng ibang tao. That's how every husband will feel. Kahit you are forgiven verbally, you will not be forgiven for life. Only verbally. Only for you to stay in the house and do your roles as a mother. But it will never be forgotten. The same feeling happens to the woman, to the wife. If the husband cheated, madami din tayo. Mararamdaman nila yun. Ginamit tayo ng ibang tao eh. Bakit? Because your spouse, you are the extension of his body. One body. Asawa na eh. Di ba? Sa katawan na lang kayo. Kaya nga, it becomes an issue to the husband kapag umaalis ka ng bahay na hindi ka nagpapaalam. Issue yun sa husband. Pag in-insist mo yung right mo, okay, sige, right mo yan, ang lumabas, sige. Tignan natin, kung may asawa ka pa 2 years, 3 years from now. Gusto nyo subukan? Tignan natin, kung magtagal pa kayo. Pinaka malaking status ng hiwalaya, first 5 years. Makikita niyo. First 5 years. Again, everything is forgivable, understandable, except for one thing, betrayal. Lahat maintindihan. Maintindihan pa yung paninigarilyo mo. Maintindihan pa yung nagsugal ka o nag-mobile legend ka, pinabayaan mo siya habang may sakit. Maintindihan pa yun eh. Pero yung magtaksil ka, betrayal. Unforgivable for every or any relationship. Ha? Don't forget that. Unforgivable yan. Domestic violence, it's happening even before, up to now. It's happening. When I check the background of the news, yung husband sinigaw-sigawan sa daan, sa kalye, minura-mura. Pag inanalyze mo yung situation, bakit siya sinisigaw-sigawan? Bakit siya minumura-mura ng wife niya? Because one thing led to another, di ba? So, you to know the truth, you have to go backwards. If you want to know the truth. Just go backwards. Atras ka lang. Bakit tinaga siya? Eh kasi sinigaw-sigawan siya ng babae. Bakit siya sinigaw-sigawan ng babae? Tandaan niyo, ang isang babaeng maingay ay hindi masaya. Ha? Ang isang babaeng bungangera ay hindi masaya. Bakit hindi masaya? Merong husband, siguro, na walang direksyon yung buhay. Hindi ma-enjoy ng babae yung life as she is expecting, as she was expecting from the day she signed the marriage contract. Diba? Ganun lang naman yun eh. O pasayin mo na pasayin yung wife mo. Pag mo paiyakin niya paglobas ng bahay, walang salisigang. O yung kaibigan ko sa Hawaii, ayun, nasa salisigang. Kasi lagi doon siya nakikita umiiyak. You want to know the reason for every problem? The more you understand the reason why, the more you should avoid it to happen to you. Bousy cases in the Philippines, even though it's not happening yet, they already know it. 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. May karugtong pa yan. No? These are women, human beings. Hindi ka man natatakot, baka ikaw nakasunod dito, baka ikaw nakasama dito. Ha? Projected. Di ba? They're studying it already. Even though there's a vowsy law existing that can imprison the husband, no effect, according to Ateneo de Manila studies. No effect for 19 years. Why? Because the husband talks about his rights to be happy. So let's move forward from 2010 to 2017. The average is 10,000 a year. And majority who initiate the annulment cases are the women. The women. Then iniisip ko, di kaya may problema tayo sa mga lalaki? No? No, sir? Baka may problema tayo sa mga lalaki. Prior to filing, source, statistical ito number of years together, 1 to 5 years, 34.72%. Pinakamarami sa kanila na nag-file, 34%. Yung 1 to 5 years na nagsama. Kung ayaw nyo maniwala kung bakit, tanungin nyo si Moira. Smokwang. Tanungin nyo yung mga celebrity na hindi nakakatagal, first 5 years. Less than a year, ito, 4.91%. Kahit less than a year. Look at this figure. 26 to 30 years, from 6%, naging 1.89%. 25 years. It only confirms the studies of the experts. May pagmalaki mo lang yung marriage mo kapag tumuntong na kayo ng 25. Don't boast your marriage, 10 years, we are 15 years already. We are 20 years already. Huwag muna ipagmalaki yun. Hintay mo mag-25 kayo. Oh? Because 25 is equivalent to silver. And a silver, naging silver lang yan after going into a process. Tingnan nyo sa YouTube kung paano maging silver ang isang silver. Dumadaan na sa maraming paglilinis, paghihiwalay ng mga ibang elements, pag-pressure, init. Ano nyo? Pinanood ko eh. Hindi pala madali. Lalo na yung gold. Equivalent to 50 years. Di ba? O, wala nang 50 years. But I want you to know that there are people kahit 50 years old na, still, humihiwalay pa rin. It's not about how long they were together, but according to the age. And when I studied it, I realized, among my clients, I studied it, they were still looking for purpose. They were still finding how to complete their unfinished business. Do you want a 5-minute break? Do you want to see our break? Water break? Okay? Break time. Okay. Nullifying a marriage, but I encircled one very interesting topic, which is psychological incapacity. Because the word voidable means pwedeng mapawalang bisa. The word void ab initio means void from the beginning. It's like walang marriage na nangyari. It's like parang hindi ka nagpakasal. Bakit? Because you are underage, you have no authority to solemnize marriage, yung nagkasal sa inyo, it's a bigamous marriage or polygamous marriage, it has no marriage license when you get married. It's all technical. Psychological incapacity is a very interesting subject, and that is the ground being looked for in the court to declare the marriage void from the beginning. Psychological incapacity. Let's take a look at that. In a nutshell, sir,
A person may be psychologically incapacitated vis-a-vis his wife. But he's
dito na.
Okay. In a nutshell, psychological incapacity is a person's inability to comply with his or her marital obligations to his or her spouse. These marital obligations include giving equal love and help, respect, fidelity, and support to the other. The party's incapacity stems from a root cause which is determined by an expert, like a psychiatrist. If the expert finds him such, then he can recommend that the marriage be declared void ab initio.
Thank you. Scientists become very, how do I say that? Become very, I can say simply sure that the person's inability to perform his or her marital obligation stems from his psychological disorder. That's what the psychiatrists or psychologists are saying. Pag hindi ginagampanan ng tao yung kanyang role bilang asawa, it only means meron siyang ibang priority. Hindi pa marriage yung priority niya. Hindi pa family yung priority niya. And they call that psychological incapacity. Which, in other words, they call that personality disorder. When a person has this personality disorder, it talks about just himself. It talks about just the person. Because marriage is not about you anymore. It's about your spouse. Kaya tapusin mo na kung ano man yung kailangan mo tapusin bilang binata. Ha? Tapusin mo na yung kailangan mo tapusin bilang dalaga. Kung meron ka pang pinag-aaral ng mga kapatid, that's your priority. Hati ka. Diba? Mahahati ka yung attention mo. Kaya maraming in-laws at di magkasundo eh. Pag nag-asawa na maaga, yung breadwinner nila. Why? Because something was violated. Paranoid, schizoid, schizotypal, histrionic, narcissistic, borderline, avoidant, dependent, obsessive-compulsive. You have to review this. When you leave that door, review that and match it with your soon-to-be spouse. Okay? Okay? You have to check your spouse. You have to see that now. If you consider proceeding with a marriage despite the existence of this disorder, then you have a lot of work to do. Okay? Kahit nakita mo na siya ng ganitong mga signal, tinuloy mo pa rin ang kasal, ibig sabihin, you have a lot of work to do. Clear? Ha? Kasi when we are in love, hindi natin nakikita yan eh. That's why the line was invented. Bulag ang pag-ibig. That line was invented because of our inability to see these things with our spouse or soon-to-be spouse. Okay? So these are the related foundation. I will tell you now the solutions. I have very limited time. The problem of teenage pregnancy, is it about responsible parenting or dahil sa peer pressure? Ha? What's the answer? Responsible parenting. Ang mo ibigay sa society, yung obligasyon, o yung sisi. Ha? May nabubuntis na bata because may busy magulang. Busy sa focus sa kanilang goal, individual goals. Hindi na naman pag-usapan yung anak. Gugulatin ka na lang ng asawa mo. Kaya alam mo ba yung anak mo buntis? Ha? Gugulatin ka na lang. Bakit? Busy kayo eh. You have individual goals to achieve. Age 10 to 14. It's now a national emergency. Huwag na kayong sumunod, ha? Huwag nyo nadagdagan yung bilang na ito. Pakiusap lang, ha? Okay. Oh. 200,000 annually. Maawan mo kayo sa bayan. Imbis na ma-improve yung ating bayan, parami tayo ng parami ng anak without control, without managing. Alam nyo ba kahit yung kantang Ang Pasko ay Sumapit ay may kinalaban sa pag-family planning? Hindi ko napansin yun? Pinag-aralan ko eh. Sabi nung kanta, Ang Pasko ay Sumapit, tayo ay magsilawit. Yung two lines. May two lines mo. Patay mo, William. Ah, bagong taon ay magbagong buhay. Ano kasunod? Nang lumigaya ang ating bayan. Pag maayos ang buhay mo, kung organize ang buhay mo, ang focus ng gobyerno, magiging development ng bayan. Kaya when you mismanage your family, it's a national interest. Nagets nyo? Pag hindi mo na-manage yung mga anak mo, nagparami lang yan, nagparami, it's a threat to our national economy. It's a threat to our national security. Okay? Oh, kahit tapos na yung lockdown, it's still an issue. So, different people, different countries are thinking of solutions to address this endless problem. This country is thinking that divorce may be the solution. Eh di ba natin, paano ba naging solusyon yun? Hindi ka na masaya, iwan mo ang anak mo, because you are looking for individual happiness. You just deprive your children to be happy. Sino ba walang karapatan sumaya? Ano yung binasa mo kanina, di ba? Ano yung effect sa mga bata? Ibig sabihin, naging selfish ka. Inisip mo yung kaligayahan mo. You just deprive your children the right to be happy. Okay? Oh, I told you this a while ago. China, nakita nila yung effectiveness when they control the population for about 2 decades. 2 decades yan, no? 1979 to 2016. Nakita nila yung decline. And yet, the numbers are still billions. Diba? Billions pa rin eh. Eh, ang laki ng lupa nila eh. Maraming paglalagyan. Normal lang yun. Pag malaki yung space, marami paglalagyan yung tao. Ang hindi normal yung Pilipinas, sa pagkaliit-liit, ang daming tao. Hindi normal yun. Okay? Indonesia is also concerned about their population. At ready silang ikulong yung magsisex before marriage. They're finding ways. Oh, aminin niyo ba? Aminin niyo yan? Ha? Naikulong, oh, 1 year. Mga kababayan ko, let us create the habit of reading. Ha? Huwag na tayo magpa-survey ng ganito. Oh, that's before pandemic. Kapag may nasalubong ka, ano masasabi mo tungkol sa ating konstitusyon? Walang masabi. Bakit? Hindi nagpapasa eh. Walang alam. Pag walang alam, walang laman ito, saan kukuha ng information? Dito, sa feelings. Ah, kasi nakikita ko ganito. Eh kasi, di ba? Kung ano na-obserbahan, doon kukuha. Bakit? Walang laman to eh. Let's start the culture of reading. Huh? And make sure that you are reading the right information that is beneficial to you. Okay? It is called insanity when you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Kabaliwan daw tawag doon. Ako nga, sabi ko, kung bawat umuupo sa gobyerno, the same pa rin ang effect yung binibigay kahit sino maupo. We are doing the same thing over and over again. Ano yun? Kuha ng investors to provide more jobs. Eh parami ng anak yung mga Pinoy. Eh bawat umupo presidente, nahihirapan eh. Oo, hindi niya lahat mabigyan ng trabaho. Bakit? Ang dami. Kaya pag yan overseas, nag-i-invite ng investor yan to create more jobs. Eh kahit ilang presidente pa maupo, kung parami tayo ng parami ng anak, without control, napupunta sa gobyerno yung burden na mabuhay tayo ng normal. Naintindihan nyo ba yun? Nalilipat sa gobyerno yung burden. Imbis na mag-focus sila sa gagawa ng skyway. Lahat ng kalye natin dapat may skyway na yan. Nadami na natin ngayon. Di ba? Ay. There's no blessing against stupidity. Let's not be stupid anymore. Stupid means ignorance. Ha? Tapos na to. Human being cycle, male. Nag-start naman talaga sa male eh. Then female. Then marriage. Then children. Then family. The more families in a community, in a place, you create a community. The more communities, you create a nation. Kaya when social ills rise, pag dumami ang problema, babalik ka lang pa atras. And a nation with so many laws means there's a lot of violators. Okay? You go backwards to the community, you go backwards to the family, you might find the problem in the marriage. You might find the problem in the female. Or you might find the problem with the male. Here's the shocking news. The male is the foundation. Have you heard that? Kaya it becomes very crucial for every male to have a good foundation. Ano yung foundation na yan? Isa-isa natin, ha? Marriage is a risk, and it's a glorious risk, as long as you embark on the adventure in the same spirit. Kasi sa marriage, merong umiiksi ang buhay, merong humahaba ang buhay. Umiiksi ang buhay nila kapag sila ay nai-stress sa asawa nila. Nagigising yung mga minanang sakit. Pero kapag happy naman, hindi ka ma-stress. Newsweek magazine, stress can really make you sick. And I also asked the doctors, is it true that all sickness started from stress? Yes. So, which one do you choose? Diba? And this is what I'm telling you. In the same spirit. With the same focus. With the same goals. Dahil isang katawan na lang kayo, wala na paglalagyan yung isang spirit pa. One body requires just one spirit. Ha? And we can solve this problem with the same thinking we used when we created them. It only means umaamin siya mismo na yung solusyon cannot be found within our level of thinking. The solution can be found outside the level of our thinking. Science have also proven that these three things motivate us in everything that we do. We work hard because we want to have a good clothing, we want to have a good shelter, or food, we want to eat good food. But when population increases, every needs of every human being increases also. Maslow, hierarchy of needs. And when I studied it well, I realized that this should not be a triangle because Maslow tells us the hierarchy. Maslow tells us the priority. While the author of marriage tells us that you should feed yourself all together at the same time. If you are eating food for an hour, you should also feed knowledge to your psychological needs and spiritual needs. So you would know what is your focus in life. So you would know what is your purpose together as husband and wife. You connect with your source. Gusto nyo matuklasan kung ano yung purpose nyo dalawa? Connect with your source. Ask Him. Hindi siya magsasabi sa inyo kung hindi ka nagtatanong. Okay? Dahil si Jesus Christ, hindi yan nagpapaliwanag kung hindi siya tinatanong. Kung sino lang interesado. Doon lang yung sinasabi. Now, what is marriage for you? I'd like to test your mentality. Now that you are entering into marriage, I'd like to test your mentality. May matakot sumagot. Sir, para sa'yo, what is marriage?
Siguro,
Call a spouse? Oh, delikado yan. Pag di nyo naiintindihan yung mga sa pinapasok nyo.
Hindi ka, parang spiritual sa mind, parang settled na.
Settled na. Okay. Chima, what is marriage? Yun, isa na. Okay. Sa'yo, sir, what is marriage for you?
Pretty much it's the arrangement where we try to achieve certain
Yun. Okay, buti nga lang, nauna yung sa lecture ko, no?
pero very sound.
Very good, very good. Sa'yo, ma'am? Same. Okay, very good. Sa family code, ang sabi ng family code, marriage daw is different from the social contract. In social contract, we can dictate our terms. May binili kang kotse, ito gusto ko, ito bayaran mo, ito ilagay mo. You can dictate your terms, basta hindi violation of any law. Hindi violated. Sa marriage, you cannot dictate your terms. Narinig niyo ba yun? Marriage is a permanent contract. Na hindi ka na entitled sa iyong opinion. Hindi ka na entitled sa gusto mong mangyari sa marriage. Ganito ako, itiisin mo ako. You cannot tell your spouse, nagpakasal ka sa maldita magtiis ka. You cannot tell that to your husband. Hindi magtatagal yung relationship na yan. Nagpakasal ka sa lasenggo nagpakasal ka sa babaero magtiis ka. You cannot do that anymore sa marriage. Bawal na. Nakaset na yung terms. Check the family code. Ano yung rights and obligations mo as a wife, as a husband. I'm giving that to you as your assignment. Kasi pag di-discuss ko yan dito, we need one more day. Assignment nyo yun, ha? Rights and duties. At kung papansin nyo, isang proof na nabubuhay tayo sa rights, yung nakalagay doon na rights, 17 sa family code, 17 rights versus obligations of 5. Imagine that. 17 yung obligations, 17 yung rights, tapos 5 lang yung obligations. Hindi balance na eh. Kaya I'm challenging the family code eh. That's why I'm writing some books about marriage. What is family? When you define the words, you will understand. When you define husband, you will understand your role. When you define wife, you will understand your role. As simple as that. That's why I'm trying to ask you to define some terms. Let's define it now. Marriage is in accordance with law, permanent union. It is the foundation of the family, an inviolable social institution whose nature, consequences, and incidents are governed by law. Ibig sabihin, naka-fix na. Duty mo na mahalin mo ang asawa mo. Duty mo na irespeto mo ang husband mo. Duty mo na ibigay yung oras mo sa asawa mo. It's a law. The problem with us, walang kulong. Kapag sinabi mo, hindi ko na mahal yan, judge. Ano magawa si judge? Di ba? May magagawa ba si judge? Wala eh. Judge, ayoko na. Di ba may right ako to be free? To be happy? O, wala nang masasabi yung judge doon. Okay. Subukan mong iakyat sa court, sa Supreme Court yan, yung argumento mo, your rights to be happy. O, dadaanin ka rin sa democratic system, democracy. Kung ilan sila na sumasang-ayon sa rights mo, tama siya, tama siya. O, kung ilan yung bumoto, panalo ka. Eh, pag yung mga nakaupo doon, hindi naniniwala sa rights, talo ka. Dadaanin ka sa botohan. Democracy. Ako nyo? Kaya ang laws na gawa ng tao, nababago yan. Depende sa feeling. Mga nakaupo, democracy. Sa international law daw, every human being daw have the right to marry and to found a family. Dahil daw, sa next slide ha, dahil it's fundamental to our very existence and survival. Yung marriage and family, fundamental daw to our very existence and survival. Dahil essential daw yan to the orderly pursuit of happiness by free men. These are laws taken from the U.S. Library. Siya may sabi niya. Ha? Okay, let's move on. Oh, I have very short time na. The true meaning of marriage according to its author is covenant. Covenant. Remember that you are just a product. And the marriage that you are creating is also another product, which he owns, which he designed, which he authors. And you are not entitled to your opinion. Okay? When you don't believe that, your problem will start from not believing with that principle. And it's the first and original institution in the world. It came ahead before barangay, before Congress, before any government. It is the very first institution. And they say that when a country has strong families, we have a great nation. They've proven that already. But here, we're not there yet. Because your mentality has to be changed first in order for us to have a great nation. Okay? So, this is kind of long talaga. It contains 153 slides, but I will move on to the near conclusion. Are you learning so far? Thank you. Very quick. Relationship is not our creation. Remember that. Every product on earth, every successful product on earth depends on another product to function well. And that is called relationship, which is also the theory of relativity by Albert Einstein. Everything depends on one another. So when you enter into a relationship, believing you can function well because of entering into a relationship, then you must stick on to that relationship that you entered with. Stick on to that if you want to be successful in life. Because love is not a feeling, it's a decision. Right? It's your decision to love the person beside you. Did somebody force you to love the person beside you? Ha? May pumersa ba sa'yo? Even deciding to marry him or her? May pumersa? Pag may pumersa, may problema tayo doon. Diba? You have that freedom to decide. Na sinasabi ni Socrates, na sinasabi ng mga Greek people. So, it is our duty to organize our life because it is the right of the state. Ha? Rights ng Estado yun. Na i-organize natin ang buhay natin because it is our duty. And the same principle applies to husband and wife, landlord and lessee. Nangungupahan ka, di ka magbayad, di palayasin ka. You want to maintain that relationship? Magbayad ka lang regularly. Diba? Do not insist on your rights. Karapatan ko itong tumira dito. Do not insist on your rights. Because you have obligation to do. Every good thing or functional product on earth went into a process called steps. Kaya nga yung sabi kanina sa family planning, yung bata na nabubuntis, hindi pa develop yung womb niya. She has to go through the right process. Pag nasa tamang edad na, ha? Harvest. Remember that these are principles. Prince means first. In the United Kingdom, the sons and daughters are called prince and princesses, which means they are first in line to the throne. That when prince word came, combined with the word pulse, it becomes first law. You cannot argue with first law. Who wants to argue with this? Do not expect harvest when you did not plant anything. You are seeking miracle. Huh? Jesus said, only the pagans expect miracles. Only those adulterous generation expects miracles. Okay? Don't expect a good married life if you have not invested time, attention to your spouse. Huh? Don't expect a disciplined child if you have no time to teach your child how to obey the law. You should create house rules in your home. Just like in my children, no? The pandemic brought them very close to the cell phone. Sabi ko, masisira ang mga mata ninyo. Maraming mga batang na hospital ngayon. From sun up to sundown, naka-cellphone. I gave them the rule. From 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, no cellphone. Mas takot ang bata sa tatay. Diba? Ang nanay, sinasagot-sagot lang yan. At lalong mahirap kapag yung nanay lang tagabigay ng rules, yung tatay, bahala ka na dyan. Kasagot-sagutin lang yung asawa mo. Bakit? Walang back up sa kanya. Walang tatay backing up the wife in giving the rules. Okay? Now you are slowly beginning to understand the importance of father in the home. You plant good deeds, you reap good deeds from others. And start from your wife, start from your family. Okay? Did you notice how the plant grows? It goes backward first. Why? Building the foundation. These are natural products. We are forgetting that we are also natural products. You want to grow fruitful? Build your foundation by getting the right knowledge, information from the right teacher. Do not believe in the saying that experience is the best teacher. No. I don't believe in that anymore. You need a good teacher for you to have the good experience. Okay? Wow. It's 12 na. If we have the whole day talking about this, I'm sure you'll be more confident facing your married life. And I don't want to see any of you in court filing annulment. Huh? No one knows the product well than the one who created the product. Wives, you're about to finish. Hello? Please look at the screen. Wives, submit yourselves to your husband. Because only the man who was instructed to have a goal, only Adam. Adam means man, species. It was not instructed to the woman to have her own vision. So the requirement for a man when he gets married, he should have a vision. He should have a purpose in life. For the woman, para alam niya kung saan niya ilalagay sarili niya sa iyo. Husbands. Requirement to sa lalaki. Dahil if you just believe that you exist just to work, sleep, have sex, pay bills, and die, mapapagod yung wife. Mapapagod yung wife. Ano ba ito? Ito na lang magagawin natin for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Because every vision or purpose, that what keeps the person going. Diba? Yung commercial, para kanino ka bumabangon? Kaya mayroong ganong commercial. Because that keeps the person moving on to his goal, to his purpose. Eh pag wala yung lalaking ganon, yung babae, manghuhula din. Saan mapupunta tong family natin? Until one day, mapagod yan. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh to them. Science have proven that the women are created to be emotional. Oh, you must believe in that. Subukan mo magluto, girl. Tinikman niya, maalat. Will you be happy? Hindi. Hindi ka masasaktan sa sinabi niya, alat naman. After all the efforts you made. Pero harsh sa babae yun, di ba, girl? Oh, magluluto ka pa? Na. Luto ka sa kumuha ka na ng katulong. Oh, because you violated, first violation pa lang yan. Will be remembered forever. Kaya yung mga kinakaunseling ko mag-asawa, alam mo sinusumbat pa rin yung 20 years ago. Oo. Nag-aaway na sila. 15 years na nagsasama, dalawa na yung anak. Ma'am, kailan ba nangyari yan? Yung siya lang daw nag-prepare lahat ng wedding. Ako lahat pumunta sa venue, ako lahat nag-check, ako lahat nakapag-usap sa suppliers. Ma'am, kailan nangyari yan? Nung ma'am, tika 20 years ago na yun ah. Sinusumbat pa rin. Kaya, if you violate this, you become harsh to your wife, the woman will become historical. Historical. Hindi hysterical. After effect na lang yun. Okay? Don't violate that. It's not a suggestion. Ha? Nagkakaintindihan na ba tayo? Hindi to suggestion. It's a law that you should not violate. You should not even think of violating it. Lalo na yung submission. Huwag mong questionin yan. Ha, girl? Huwag mong questionin yan. Kung anong gusto ng husband mo, pag-isipan mo, importante kinonsulta ka. Pag hindi ka kinonsulta, doon ka mag-question. Ha, teka muna, ba't ikaw na nag-decide niya? Ha, girls? Clear? Malinaw tayo doon? Okay. Hindi malinaw, ha? Sayang. I still have a lot of slides, pero matapos na tayo. Watch out for my books. Tamang guide sa pagpili ng tamang lalaki. Tamang guide sa pagpili ng tamang babae. Tamang guide sa pakikipaghiwalay, which will come out this month. Nauna yan because of the demand. Malaki ang demand. Kaya inuuna ko yan ilabas. Coming out in January. Hindi nyo kailangan ngayon yan. Ha? Pag hindi nyo sinunod yung mga pinag-usapan natin, you will need that book someday. Okay? Yan ang magiging requirement. Tamang guide sa pamilya. Like and follow us, Angelo the Life Mentor. Di kami na-miss pa ako. My wife and my kids. Yeah. Harvard studies, 75 years, continuous studies. The happiest and healthiest people on earth are those who invested in relationship. Watch that on YouTube. And there are 3 steps. First, family. Second, your relatives. Third, your community. Do not come to your friends and relatives if you have not built up your relationship within the family first. Start with the family. Always. Happy life, happy marriage, happy family is our priority. That's our focus as husband and wife. That's my kids. You cannot buy this smile. Huh? No money, no amount of money can buy this smile when you spend time with your kids. And you make sure that they only experience good experiences, happy moments. Okay? The fate of the next generation lies to all the responsible and loving husbands and fathers with supportive and submissive wives and mothers. Who is the happiest human being in the picture? Who? My wife. My wife. Nakipag-unahan pang hawakan yung dolphin. Okay? So the message is, happy wife, happy life. Okay? Huwag niyo palalabasin ng bahay yan ang umiiyak kung ayaw mo masalisiga. Asep? Okay, watch out. Ito na. And like and follow us. Feedback, questions, violent reactions. Any questions? Sex questions? Ha? Problema din yan, ha? Pag hindi nyo pinag-isipan yan. At pinag-aralan. Sex. Or remember this principle, nabanggit ko na rin lang. May times na wala sa mood si babae. Eh si lalaki, gusto niya palagi, anytime ready ang lalaki. Every 2 to 3 days, according to science, we produce sperm every 2 to 3 days. At kailangan niya i-release. Eh paano pag hindi ka pwede? Wala ka sa mood, pagod. Anong gagawin mo? Anong gagawin mo? Basa kang libro. Okay? Ito ang secret yan. Remember that every car, ship, airplane, they are described as she. Right, sir? Plane, ship, car, they are described as she. Bago mo sakyan ang isang sasakyan, i-maintain mo muna. I-condition. Mind conditioning. Naintindihan nyo? Kung wala sa mood si Mrs., lagyan ng mood. Okay? Alam niyo kung paano? Maglambingan muna kayo, magkwentuhan kayo ng positive things, huwag niyo pag-usapan yung bills, yung mga babayaran, ha? Okay? Pag pinag-usapan yung mga bayaran, yung magkakagala pa ba yan? Ha? Parang sinasabi sa wife mo, tulungan mo akong bayaran yung bills natin. Okay. Oh, thank you. My sincere prayers for the success of your marriage. Nanap niyo ako? Nanap niyo ako, ah. Oh. Oh. Kambal talaga. Oh, kambal. Thank you, guys. May question na, ha? Okay, kakaintindihan na tayo, ha? So, challenge ko sa inyo, 25 years. Sagot ko ang catering. Ay, hindi catering. Minsan malaki. 25 years, sagot ko ang mobile bar. Mobile bar lang, ha? 25 years. Napin nyo lang ako sa social media. Type nyo lang sa Google. Okay? Thank you. Picture lang kami, ha?
Wait lang po.